between the 18 van, Knight Rider, the Ghostbusters wagon, DeLorean from Back to the Future, and the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine.
Hey, it's Pastor Jared. Welcome to church tonight. I'm so glad that you came to our online service. I'm Pastor Jared. In case you don't know me, I'm the youth pastor here at Countryside Church of the Nazarene at Countryside Student Ministries. And we're so glad that you are here. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to play games. We're going to laugh. We're going to get into God's Word and learn about free people. We're going to hear some worship. We're going to even see some funny sports video. It's going to be a blast. Stay tuned for more. But go ahead and share that right now with your friends. Go ahead and share. Make that publicly known that you're watching this right now. And also comment below. We want to know who's here. We want to see who's here. Just let us know your name. What's going on? We want to see who's here. All right? But let's start off with the COVID-19 update. I know it's always fun to talk about. Well, so there is good news. We are starting to reopen Ohio. Praise the Lord, right? So things are starting to reopen. Things are starting to get back to normal. By next week, hopefully, they said like 80 to 90% of Ohio's economic structure should be back to somewhat of a normal. It won't be exactly normal, but it'll be at least moving. And so that gives us hope to be able to look at what we're going to be doing for youth purposes. Now, this is officially our last week together for our normalcy of what we would do. So we're giving our volunteers a break starting today, moving on to the summer. They're more than welcome to keep joining us and doing what we're going to do, but we're going to try to do something each and every week to make sure that we stay together. So whether it's something online like this or whether we are allowed to be together, we'll figure that out as the summer goes on. So look forward to some of that stuff. But yes, we will be planning on doing that. My goal is to reach out to you and come to your homes, see you in person. That's what you're missing. I know that's what you want. That's what you're yearning for, is to be just together. And we can't be together as a group quite yet, but we can be together as neighbors, as friends. And so I am going to try my best to come to your home. If you want me to come visit you, send me a text. Send me an available time where you are open for me to come and just hang out with you outside of your house, socially distanced. And I want to be able to see you and hear from you and talk with you and see how you're doing. So make sure you let me know how that's going. Reach out to me. I would really love that. Hey, real quick, we're going to play a game real fast. It's called Sloth Race. We did this last week, and I think you guys really enjoyed it. So we're going to do it again. Here we go. Sloth Race. Here we go. It's going to be a blast. So you get to guess, right? Guess which sloth finished the race first. There's red, blue, and yellow, okay? Here we go. Get ready. It's going to be great. Choose your sloth. Red, blue, orange, go. Here we go. Blue's taking an early lead, matched by orange is coming up close. It's going to be, it's looking tight. I don't know. Oh no, the poo just flew and hit red and orange. Blue's in the lead. Blue is making a huge lead. Red is still in the lead. Orange is nowhere to be found. Have no idea. But I think orange's arms are making a comeback. I see him striding really fast. Blue is still making a mark. Blue is still winning. Red is in second. Orange is in third, but orange is coming up fast, approaching. I don't know who's going to win. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be blue. Number 2, you won it. Good job, number 2. Woo, 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 woo. If you got number 2, give yourself a hand. That's really awesome. So glad we just got to play that game. I love playing games. Youth Ministry is tons of fun. We get to play some fun games when we're together. And I just hope you had a little bit of fun right here. But I know a lot of you are missing sports right now. I know a lot of you are missing, playing sports, soccer, basketball, football, volleyball, just getting out and doing something athletic, right? Running. We talked about cross country last week. Thank you, Matt McGill, Sports Instructional Videos. Today, Matt McGill is going to teach us how to play soccer. Check it out.
Welcome to another edition of Matt McGill's Sports Instructional Videos. Today we're going to look at the fine sport of soccer. Lots of grass, lots of running, lots of kicks. Today we're going to look at a few things that'll make you a better soccer player. Ready to go. Okay, let's take a look at some of this equipment here. What do we got? Okay, the first item that's important is the shin guard. Safety always comes first when it comes to the sport of soccer, and you got to always have these deals on. It goes something, I don't have time for this now. What's next in our bag? Oh yes, my favorite invention. This is the open toe cleat. You see, I've taken a lot of heat for this, but the open toe cleat really allows you to feel the ball when you kick it into your opponent's face. Open-toe cleat is a must if you want to succeed in the sport of soccer. Okay, let's get to some practicality here. Let's say you're too fat to be a goalie and the goal's too big. You got to do something to overcome. This is what I do when I play soccer. I change and I just make the goal a little smaller. When the goal's smaller, I don't have to run. I don't have to run. I can block, I can cover this whole thing. If you're too fat, you get a smaller goal. Okay, if you want to play the game of soccer, you got to be ready to run with the big dogs. You got to do calisthenics to get yourself ready. Here we go. Okay, we've been working hard today, and when you're on the soccer field playing for that half, you're going to be working hard too. That means when it comes time to take a break, halftime, you need to break hard. Let's come take a look at what I normally do. This is my typical halftime treat. I usually have some magazines, get me focused for the game. I always have my snacks. You see I got my oranges. Gotta get those carbs. Vitamin C. Ding dong, sometimes I'm so hungry I just eat them right away without even worrying about the silver. It's important to relax at halftime. Okay, when it comes to the game of soccer, some people say speed and endurance is the most important thing. That's not true. As long as you have power, you can win. Power will beat your enemy every time. Okay, here we go, the last tip. You gotta have fast feet if you're gonna win in the game of soccer. Your feet gotta be moving lightning quick. Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about speed. You have to move your feet fast. Fast like lightning if you're gonna win in the sport of soccer. Yay, team! You've just completed another edition of Matt McGill Sports Instructional Videos. If you want to win the World Cup just like Pele, you gotta play tough.
I love Matt McGill. He is hilarious. Thank you so much for those videos. They're hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Hey, I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you learned something about soccer because, frankly, I needed that. I'm not a big soccer player. I used to play soccer in junior high, but man, I certainly needed those tips. Hey, really quickly wanted to tell you about our new weekly schedule. I'm realizing that within youth ministry, you guys don't want a whole bunch of stuff to do during the week. You're already busy. You're already doing stuff. Maybe this will change when you get out of doing everything for school. Maybe this will change, so maybe we'll have to revisit it. But right now, we're going to focus solely on doing the big things each week. Old schedule kind of looked like this. So we would meet together at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings for our all-church worship. We wanted you to be there with that. And then now, we used to do Monday and Tuesday Facebook, Instagram kind of fun posts, and Friday something on Facebook, Instagram for fun. Now we're just focusing on Sunday, Wednesday, Thursdays. And then Saturdays, of course, we want you to spend time with your family. So Wednesdays, we're going to do a live service at 7 o'clock on YouTube, like we have been doing for a little while now, and at 8 o'clock Zoom. Okay, so we want you to be aware of that. Also, 7 o'clock guys and girls discipleship groups via Zoom on Thursdays, and the girls have been doing it lately on Fridays. So it's just depending on whenever we can get together that works best. But that's our new schedule. We're going to focus on the big major gatherings together. That allows me, again, more time to come visit, to come see you, to come be a part of your lives, to see you at your home. I know that right now we have to still be socially distanced, but we're working on that, okay? So we're going to play a game really quickly. This one, I created this game. This game is a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to share this with you. But this game is called Joel Osteen or Fortune Cookie. Joel Osteen or Fortune Cookie. Okay, here we go. This game is a great game. You have to decide, and we're going to play it just for a little bit. You have to decide, and you're going to enter your things in the comments. You're going to have to decide whether it's a Joel Osteen quote or a fortune cookie. You have to decide, is this a Joel Osteen quote or is this a fortune cookie quote? Here we go. Here's the first one. Ready? Question number 1. Don't do anything you wouldn't feel comfortable reading about in the newspaper the next day. Is that a fortune cookie or is that Joel Osteen? I'll give you just a few seconds to enter in the comments below. Osteen, fortune cookie. Osteen, fortune cookie. Enter your answer. Here we go. Here's the answer. It is Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen did actually say that. Joel Osteen did actually say that. Question number 2. Here we go. All things are difficult before they are easy. Now, did Joel say that or was that a fortune cookie? I don't know. You're going to have to answer your thoughts below to see what you think actually happened. Is it Joel or is it a fortune cookie? Joel or a fortune cookie? Give me your answer in the comments below. Give you a few seconds. The answer is fortune cookie. All things are difficult before they are easy. That came out of a fortune cookie, my friends. So hopefully you got that one right. All right. Question number 3. Question number 3. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. Who said that? Was that Joel or was that a fortune cookie? That's a tough one. I don't know. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. Joel or fortune cookie? Osteen, fortune cookie. JF. Which one do you think said it? Go ahead and comment below right now. I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You better have answered because here it comes. Joel Osteen. Oh, Joel Osteen. If you got that right, give yourself a point. This is awesome. All right, question number 4. Question number 4. These are getting tricky. Here we go. Question number 4. This question says, you may have had a setback, but that is just the setup for something greater. You may have had a setback, but that's just a setup for something greater, much greater. Who said that? Joel Osteen or fortune cookie? Joel Osteen or fortune cookie? Which one said it? Here we go. 5, 4, comment below. 3, 2, 1. Joel! Oh, Joel! Joel Osteen did say that. Yes, he wrote that or said that publicly at some point in his career. Question number 5. Question number 5. Here we go. Don't pursue happiness, create it. Oh, man, this is a tricky thing. Is that Joel Osteen or is that a fortune cookie? I don't know. Is it Joel Osteen or is it a fortune cookie? I don't know. Here we go. Joel Osteen or fortune cookie. 5, 4, 3, comment below. 2, 1. Fortune cookie. Oh, my goodness. Did not see that one coming. Did not see that one coming. Don't pursue happiness, create it. That's a fortune cookie for sure, my friends. All right. That game was so much fun. Thank you so much for playing Joel Osteen or fortune cookie. I love that game. I created that game. I hope you liked it. We might bring it out again and play it later. There's a lot more questions to go, so I hope you enjoyed that game. If you liked it, let us know in the comments. If you won, we'll give you a gift card. Comment below how many you got right, and we'll check those answers, and then we'll make sure that you get a gift card this week from Countryside Student Ministry. So go ahead and do that right now. Hey, we're going to go into a time of worship, and we here at Countryside Student Ministries have a great, fabulous worship team, and they work really, really hard crafting their instruments and their voices to produce the best that they can. And so I'm really proud of them, and this is from a recording that they did back in October at the Swow Night of Praise when they led our district in worship. And so here's a song, Counting Every Blessing. I hope that it speaks to you this week, and I hope that you enjoy it. Here it is.
I was blind, now I'm seeing in color. I was dead, now I'm living forever. I had failed, but you were my redeemer. I've been blessed beyond all
Man, they are so good. Oh my gosh, I love them. They do such a great job, and I'm so proud of them. If you are interested in helping with the worship team when we get back together, please let Pastor Andrea know, my wife. We would love to be able to use your gifts and your talents for God in such a way. So if you can play an instrument and you can sing, we would love to, and you are interested in helping with that, we would love to have you come be a part of that possibly. So just let her know that you're interested in that. We can see how we can maybe work you in depending on your skill level. Hey, we are doing this awesome series called Free People, and it's by Orange, and we are loving this, talking about how people can be free in Jesus Christ and talking about what it means to be free people. And the last 2 weeks have been fabulous, and this is week 3. I really hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you like it. We'll ask a question here in about 5 or 6 minutes, so stay tuned and get ready to comment below during the video, but I hope you enjoy this. Here's Free People, week number 3.
Have you ever noticed that it seems like everything has a warning label? And actually, we have so many of these warnings that it seems even the most normal things aren't safe. Granted, there are some warnings in life that just make sense. For example, the warning on Tide Pods used to wash your clothes. Now, you would assume people would understand that if you use a chemical to clean your clothes, you probably shouldn't eat that chemical for dessert or infamy online. Good assumption. But now there's a warning on the container that pods may be harmful if swallowed. Seems like a no-brainer, but apparently it wasn't. Here's another warning I saw at a horse ranch. Warning, horses may kick, bite, and fart. It doesn't get more vivid or clear than that. And again, I think we can agree that this concept should be common knowledge. But apparently, someone learned the hard way that a gassy horse could have space issues. So someone else actually took the trouble to create, print, and display that sign. But then on the other end of the common sense spectrum, you have warnings that go beyond crazy. I've got a few examples. A wheelbarrow warning that says, not intended for highway use. One on a baby stroller, remove child before folding. Or how about this warning I once saw on Apple's website? Do not eat the iPod Shuffle. And finally, this warning on an electric drill. This product not intended for use as a dental drill. How many of you just cringed hearing that last one? Same. We have a warning for just about everything in our life. And all of the examples are pretty funny and even seem sort of useless. I mean, come on. Do we really need to be told not to eat an iPod Shuffle? And I'm saying all of this because we don't just see warnings in everyday life, right? We see and hear them right here in church. Let's be honest. It can feel like we have a lot of warnings here at church. We've heard warnings against all kinds of activities and choices. And all of these bad choices boil down to one word and concept: sin. And the word immediately has a negative vibe, right? Well, guys, whether you've been coming to church for a long time or this is your first time here, we are all familiar with this general idea of sin. We know that a sin is something bad and therefore something we should not do. But here's the interesting thing about our view of sin. All of us apply a scale to it, right? Maybe you've never thought about that before or about it a ton, but let's say that a scale goes from 1 to 10. Over on the 10 side of the scale, we have some sins that everyone agrees are not right, like ever. Murder, automatic, big-time sin. Everyone knows this. What about stealing from someone? I mean, if we're honest, that ranks at about a 7 on the sin scale. Not okay, but not necessarily deserving extreme punishment. But then we have sins that we slot on the other end of the scale. For instance, lies may be bad, but are sometimes justified. And what about white lies? If someone asks you how they look and you don't think that outfit is doing them any favors, should you really tell them the truth? Obvi not if you want to stay friends. So white lies, let's give them a 2. Or what about cheating? Okay, yes, you copied someone on your last science test. You don't cheat on every test. And if you fail science, that could affect your chance of getting into a good school and ultimately having a good career. Down the road, is this cheating really going to matter? Won't the end justify the means? We'll give that a 3 on the sin scale. Maybe you've thrown some big time shade at someone behind their back, but hey, they deserved it. You didn't do what they did, you just exposed it. That sounds like a 1 on the sin scale. All that to say, this is my point. We all understand that certain things are just wrong. But when something falls lower on the sin scale, we tend to downgrade its importance, which leaves us wondering, are some sins really such a bad thing? Everyone, even Christians, can put sin on a scale, which can leave us feeling confused when some sin seems worse than others. But hello, murder really is worse than cheating on an algebra quiz, right? So what's the real story then? Plus, in week 1, we learned that Jesus wants us to be free people, and that means we can have a relationship with God despite what we've done. So, is it really all that bad? If you're a Jesus follower, what's the deal with sin?
All right, guys, what is the big deal with sin, right? And then, answer that question. What is the big deal with sin? And are there sins that are worse than others? Go ahead below and comment. What is the big deal with sin? And are there sins that are worse than others? Go ahead and talk about that for the next few minutes. We'll see you soon.
Well, to answer all these questions, we're going to look back again at Galatians. Quick recap, this book isn't really a book. It was a letter written by the Apostle Paul for a church he started in Galatia, an ancient city located in what is now Turkey. At that point in history, Christianity was brand new. They didn't have a Bible like we have today, so everybody was trying to figure out just what following Jesus should look like. Remember, we talked a couple weeks ago about the do's and don'ts that many Jewish believers had grown up with, so that left these new Christians wondering, in order to follow Jesus, what do we have to do and what can we not do? Sounds like a variation of our question of sin, right? And it was. No matter how you ask the question, it boils down to this. Where's the line? What sin on the scale are more important sins? So Paul wrote this response to their question. You will always harvest what you plant. Those who live only to satisfy their own sinful nature will harvest decay and death from that sinful nature. But those who live to please the Spirit will harvest everlasting life from the Spirit. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. It's important to understand the world in which Paul wrote this letter. Today, when we need food, we just go to the grocery store and buy what we need. But in the ancient world, a lot of people were involved in agriculture or farming. It was essential to their survival. Most people were very familiar with how to grow crops. Farming 101 is the idea of planting and reaping. If you plant corn, you're eventually going to get corn. If you plant wheat, you won't be surprised when you actually grow wheat. What you plant now determines what you harvest later. It's not rocket science. So when Paul compared choices and outcomes to planting and harvesting, his audience understood exactly what he was saying. Paul was saying that your choices now will determine what you will eventually harvest. It's just as true for your life as it is for planting crops. Your decisions will someday bear fruit. It may not happen tomorrow, and it may not even happen next year. But every choice, every action is planting seeds for your future. Paul is saying, if you will one day harvest what you've planted, what do you want that harvest to look like? And instead of providing a simple list of what to do and what not to do, Paul tells the Galatians, those who live only to satisfy their own sinful nature will harvest decay and death from that sinful nature. Man, that's some strong language, right? But Paul is just saying straight up, bad choices are going to lead to bad outcomes. It's just how life works. So maybe you don't consider gossip a major sin, but if you continually plant gossip, then you will eventually get the result of gossip. You may ruin a friendship this year, or maybe that harvest will happen in the future. Maybe someone will carry those hurtful words with them for years after high school. Or if you continually choose to not study and instead cheat to pass certain classes in high school, you may not have the foundation you need for advanced courses in college. Or if you continue to tell lies, you may not be trusted in the future. If you continue to sin in how you treat your body isn't gonna last long. If you continue to use drugs or alcohol or sex to cope, you may harvest addiction or just an inability to deal with stress in life the right way. Trust me, guys, I get it. I was just in your shoes a few years ago. But at the end of the day, Paul knew that if you followed Jesus, you would experience life. But if you continue to plant things that will hurt you, you'll eventually get hurt. But there's also good news here, because if you're planting good decisions, you're going to experience a harvest of life. Again, what you plant is what you're going to harvest. And Paul isn't just talking about good decisions harvesting happiness. He's talking about harvesting the things that Jesus talked about: joy, peace, or rest. That's what Jesus meant when he said this: my purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. Some translators use the word abundant here instead of rich. Imagine an abundance of peace, something more than enough, an abundance of joy, more than you expected, or an abundance of satisfaction, more than you'd hope. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Do you want parents who trust you next semester? Then plant telling the truth this semester. Do you want good friendships? Then plant seeds of integrity and honesty. Do you want to be a good husband or wife one day? Then plant seeds of treating your dating partners with respect. Do you want to be good with money? Then plant seeds of spending wisely right now. And why do this? To be right with God? No. Jesus took care of that. We follow God's instructions for our lives now because free people know their now affects their later. Following Jesus isn't about keeping score or weighing out sin. It's about freedom and life. Jesus wants you to experience an abundant life, a full harvest of good life. But you don't start a harvest without harvesting. You've got to start a harvest by planting now. That's why Paul wanted the Galatians to know that no matter what you plant, there will eventually be a harvest. Freedom now, freedom later. Who knew that being free people had so much to do with planting and harvesting? Let's go back real quick to our original conversation about sin. Jesus wants us to be free, and he has already set us free from the ultimate cost of sin and separation from God. But here's the thing, we can still harvest the consequences of sin. If we plant poor choices, we harvest poor outcomes. But when we're careful in what we're sowing now, we clear the way to experience a free future. A future free from painful consequences, and a future free from regret. Believe me, I could tell you story after story of my own life. I could tell you ways that I planted some poor choices and harvested some painful consequences. And I can also tell you stories of planting better seeds and harvesting a more positive outcome. I can 100% tell you that what you do today absolutely will impact your tomorrow. Think back on some of your big decisions or actions in the past, and I bet that those choices harvested one of two responses. I'm glad I did it, or I wish I had? What choices are you making today that will put you in the first category? And what choices are you making that could land you in the second category? Sin always comes with a warning label. God didn't put those labels there to scare you, to make you feel guilty, or to make you feel less free. No, He put those warnings there so you can experience more freedom, true freedom. That kind of freedom that comes with making choices that make your today good and tomorrow great. We were made to be free, and God wants us to be free from sin and the consequences it brings us. He doesn't want us to miss out on a better future. He wants us to miss out on all the pain sin creates. And the only way to avoid a bad harvest later in life is by choosing to plant good seeds today. That's why free people know their now affects their later.
Man, I so love that series. It's so great to hear from them talking about what it means to be free, and what you do now will affect your later. And so if you would like to be free in Jesus Christ, all it takes is accepting in Him, asking Him to forgive you of your sins, and He will set you free from all the sins, whether it's a big sin or a little sin. All those sins He will set you free from. And the choices you make now in quarantine will affect what happens this summer and next fall. Everything that you do right now affects your later. Every day that you walk this earth, everything that you say and do affects your later. Hey, I'm so proud of you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I hope you had a great time. I want to leave you with just a couple funny things, a couple things just to let you know. Here's a funny meme that I saw this week that I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoy it. It's a D-Money. I call it DeWine, D-Money. Here's D-Money. Here we go. Keep complaining about the quarantine. You just bought yourself another month. You want to keep going, pal? I can do this all 2020. That's an old Breakfast Club clip, just in case you didn't know. Maybe I'm dating myself. 80s Breakfast Club, great movie. Anyway, so I thought that was hilarious. Also, wanted to tell you about something that's really cool that's going on right now. Adopt a Senior. We've had so many issues with trying to get everybody to just do one location. So if you could help us spread the word, it is on Countryside Student Ministries Facebook page. I sent a video out to all the places, and then I saw people posting to those videos, and I'm like, oh, this is just crazy. So please go to Countryside Student Ministries Facebook page. It's pinned to the top. See this picture. There's a bunch of seniors underneath there. Go ahead and adopt them. We would appreciate that. We're also doing a drive-through celebration day for our seniors on the 29th of May. It's a Friday night from 6 to 8. It's coming up, so I wanted you guys to be aware of that. But we're going to have little pop-up tents outside for them to be under, and you guys can just drive through and say hello. Give them gift cards, give them money, give them gifts. Just say hello, whatever you want. We're also doing a promotion day that day. All the 6th graders, going to be 7th graders, come and get a swag bag of stuff from us and a welcome packet and stuff like that from us. Hopefully we'll have a calendar by then. But just a welcome thing from us. So it's going to be really fun. We hope that you guys come out to that. Also, the 31st, we're going to be doing our Senior Sunday. And I don't know what that looks like, whether it's going to be online or whether it's going to be in-house. Just stay tuned to that. But we'll be doing that together, and our seniors will be leading that. We are supposed to be going to senior trip on June 2nd. And depending on the numbers of what things look like in the travel ban, we'll have to see. The lady has graciously let us extend it if we need to extend it and not affect the cost. So my guess is we'll probably have to extend it. She's going down now to check that out, seniors. So just wanted you to be notified of that. Here at 8 o'clock, we're going to CSM. We always like to meet up afterwards and do a Zoom call. And so at 8 o'clock after this is over, we do a Zoom call where we actually get to see each other face-to-face, play more games, and do small group questions based on what we just saw. So we want you to be a part of that. We want to make sure you join us for that. One other thing, I wanted to kind of leave you with something funny. This, of course, is from Sunday Cool. I hope you enjoy it. This is Carl talking to you about, Carl and Andy talking to us about when we can get back together, what are some new ways of introducing each other, greeting each other. Check this out.
Hey, little chicken nuggets. It's me. Carl. What's up? So some of you have finally come out of lockdown and your lives are starting to go back to normal. Huzzah. How exciting. And that means we're going to be going back to church real soon. And with church comes the old greeting time. But things have changed. We can no longer greet each other the same old way because of germs and stuff like that. And we don't want to risk going back in quarantine again. That was rough. Real rough. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Well, have no fear. Us here at Sunday Cool have put together a couple of post-quarantine greetings. And these greetings will not only make your friends feel reunited, but they'll also make them feel safe. And safety is my number 4 priority. Don't ask me about the other 3. Okay, I'll tell you. Number 3, eat more cantaloupes, stay away from antelopes. Number 2, if you have corduroy, wear it. Number 1, if you have AA batteries, keep them in your pocket, because you'll never know when you need a AA battery. Okay, let's watch these greetings. Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
You doing
good.
good? You doing good?
See ya.
Good to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Andy.
Hello, Carl.
How are you today?
Good, you?
Good. Oh, no.
What's
I
happening?
think we are shutting down.
Oh, no.
I was just beginning to love.
Hey, Carl.
Hi, Andy. How's it going? Hey, Andy.
Hey, Carl.
How's it going?
Not bad. Can't complain. I could, but who'd listen?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, me either. Hey, Carl, put it there. Za.
Sa. Yellow.
And then I said, that's not a toaster, that's my wife.
That's incredibly inappropriate.
It's a joke.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Carl. Chest bump?
Sure.
You okay? Let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Fine.
All right, good seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Andy.
What are you doing?
I'm a dinosaur. Ah.
I get that, but like, why?
They ran a mask.
So you bought a dinosaur costume instead?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, I think they're absolutely hysterical. Which one of those greetings do you want to implement as our youth group? Go ahead and comment below which one you think we should implement when we get back together for the first time. I'm really excited to hopefully share with you within the next few weeks of maybe some opportunities for us to get together and do things. It just depends on when the government opens up some time frame for us to do that. We want to be safe and secure and make sure that we're following guidelines. And so we want to make sure we do that. But yeah, we really want to see you on Zoom here in a few minutes. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming and joining us online today. We miss you. We love you. If you have anything that you need from me, from us, let us know. We'll try to do our best to get a hold of you. Remember, if you want me to come visit you this next week at any point between Wednesdays, please let me know. I would love to be able to kind of greet you at your house. I'll sit out by my car. We can come talk. We can come sit on your porch. Just one-on-one, checking up on you and your family, if that's something you want me to do. Of course, if you don't, I will stay away. So just let me know. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. We'll see you soon. And be safe.